Now then.
Hey up, we are back for another episode of Into Wild after a long overdue break. We are very excited to be back, and we are here actually on a change of scenery. So usually we come from the shed or from our house during lockdown, but we are on set today. We've not been out yet, but we're on location.
On location indeed, and we are in the very wonderful, very marvellous Yorkshire Dales National Park, not far from Hawes, in a place called Snaizeholme.
Snaizeholme, yeah.
Not Snaizeholme as I keep calling it. Snaizeholme. And we're out at a plantation, hoping to film some red squirrels.
Red squirrels?
Indeed. Please bear with me at the minute because I'm just getting over a chest infection, so I might be a bit coughy and all that sort of thing. But it's already very promising. We're looking to get out there, aren't we?
Yeah. It's looking great. The habitat is just perfect. Listen, it's a huge place. The fact that Yorkshire's so massive in itself is insane, but this place here, we've got pine forests for miles, so it could be one of them. Yes, there's red squirrels here, and yes, we are following a dedicated red squirrel trail to hopefully see them, but at the end of the day, as we always say, it's wildlife, so we just might not see them, but we're just excited to be back out again, aren't we?
It's lovely, it's just lovely. The drive up, talking about how big Yorkshire is, the drive up, it's taken us about an hour and a half to get here, just over, and we're still in Yorkshire. But it's beautiful. I've got a great feeling about this, Rosie, because as we're sat here filming now, weirdly, it's early in the morning. There's a barn owl, or not a barn owl, a tawny owl.
Tawny owl calling.
Tawny owl calling in the woods in the broad daylight. So that can only be a good omen.
That's a good sign. You can hear. There's obviously a pheasant, which we always hear. Just all sorts of small garden birds. There was the pheasant, don't know if you heard that. There's curlew bubbling everywhere.
Oh, it's lovely.
So actually I also have a really good feeling about today, and we're hoping to bring you footage of it and some photos of red squirrels. So we're going to get out there. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you've not yet done. Share with your friends and family. We are just two nature enthusiasts wanting to get people on board and get out into nature and just explore how stunning Yorkshire's and the UK's wildlife can be.
We are indeed. Should we crack on and do it?
Let's do it.
Right,
let's go.
Isn't it amazing how you can get an hour and a half away and still be in Yorkshire?
This is what blows my mind. Yorkshire is so much bigger than I remember. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is it the biggest county?
It is, Yorkshire is the biggest county.
There you go. Bloody hell, of course we live in the biggest county furthest to get, but actually, in the grand scheme of things, it's very exciting that we can hopefully see red squirrels within an hour and 40 of where we live.
Because I did not realise that we had a population
wild. We'd appreciate you getting your acts together.
Sort it out.
On the roads. Guys, and we are heading to the Red Squirrel Trail, so we'll catch you in a bit. Of a couple of red squirrels, and they're running around and chasing each other in the woods. So as you can see from this picture, this is the first shot I've got of the red squirrel. You can see it on the screen now, and it's a silhouette of it at the base of the tree. Now it's very quick. Sorry, we're hearing all sorts of things in the background here. The squirrels are very, very quick, so that's something I need to think about as we move on. But yeah, the first of many shots and bits of footage to come.
With its characteristic tufted ears, its bushy tail and its red coat, the red squirrel is the UK's only native species of squirrel. An agile species, watching this one was a real treat, but a bit of a challenge for Rosie for filming, as they're really quite quick. And on the very first part of our walk, we saw a pair chasing each other through the trees. They came down on the ground and then ran up again, scurrying across the branches and out into the tops. The red squirrels in this area are wild, but they do get helped along with the feeding station just here. This isn't to feed them fully, but just to supplement their food, to keep them active and keep them going. Once common across the UK, the red squirrel struggled for many years after the introduction of the American grey squirrel. The grey squirrel brought with it many problems for the reds, such as squirrel pox, competition for food and competition for living space. We are so lucky to have squirrels back in Yorkshire, and I can't encourage you enough to come up here to Hawes to see them for yourself.
Okay guys, as I've done in a few of our episodes before, I thought I'd share a few hints and tips on how to get some cool wildlife photos and footage, or footage depending on which one you do. So with the red squirrels, there's a few different things. So making sure you've got a really fast shutter speed is something that's very important. These squirrels are so quick and they barely stop for anything, so you just need to fire away with a really quick shutter speed and hope that they will be nice and still. You've also got to remember that we're in quite dense woodland here, so making sure you have a high enough ISO so that it's bright, but you don't want to blow anything out, so making sure you have a nice shallow depth of field as well, just so that it softens those trees in the background is what I go for. Of course, there is no right or wrong way to do it, this is just what I tend to do.
Honestly, getting some unbelievable footage here. Rosie's just across there now, just getting some footage of the squirrels. And they just keep surprising us with, well, looking one way there behind us. And Rosie's got a long lens on, so we've just missed some of the best footage we could have got. I mean, their fear is almost zero. They have no fear. And the red squirrel just came so, it was within a metre of Rosie and myself. Just watching it now.
you would like to see the red squirrels of Yorkshire in Snaizeholme, then we really recommend it. In terms of getting there, you can book car parking at Merkpot Farm. This is ideal for if you have heavy camera equipment, scopes, things like that, but you must pre-book as these can fill up very quickly, so book in advance. Alternatively, you can get the little white bus, which leads you right to the start of the trail, and this leaves from the Dales Countryside Museum in Hawes itself. It's fantastic for getting you right to the door and not worrying about parking, and it really is worth going to have a look.
Mate, this looks amazing.